Hey guys, Happy New Year. It is Sunday, the day before I have to go back to work after being off for 2 weeks. So this is a little bit of a sad day for me. I hope all of you guys had a Happy New Year, a safe one. Family, friends, or however you celebrated. We typically stay home, or we've been going to. Sorry about that, guys. It's snowing today, finally, and I have to have the windshield wipers on. That's what that noise was. I know it sounded a little bit like a dinosaur or something like that, but here we go again. Maybe I can just turn it off for a little while, but it's snowing pretty good. It snowed, I don't know, looks like we might have an inch or two on the ground. It's pretty. My son's happy. My son, who has the flu, he caught the flu the day on New Year's Eve, the day before they were to be done with their snowboarding vacation, and poor guy tried to power through it on the last day and do some snowboarding, but I think it just made him feel worse. And so he is home recuperating while the other one was playing hockey. And that's where I'm coming from. They won 5-2. And my son, the bigger one, scored the last goal, an empty netter, so it was 5-2. I think it was him. That's what I heard on the announcement. I didn't see the goal because, I was on the Purse Forum, which I do a lot during the games. I'm lucky I don't get hit in the head by a hockey puck half the time. So, did you hear that? People are not happy around here. Anyway, I guess I can tell you the story of how I've been discovered, and not in a good way. Not the way that most people want to be discovered. For a talent, or, put on a nice TV show or a movie or, something like that. No, I was discovered finally by my family. So, yes, they all know now that I do YouTube videos, which is really what I was trying to avoid, because you know what? That world needed to stay separate from this world in my life. My brother-in-law, who needs to remain anonymous, because he is one of those people that does not do social media or anything technological. He still has a flip phone that he texts on. Yes, the one where you have to press 3 buttons to get to a T. So he, who I will not, from now on in all of my videos, refer to as the pest. Okay, we can just establish that right now. He is the brother I've never had, the one that picked on you, when you were little and stuff like that. But he is younger than me, so I guess I will have to start to learn how to pick on him. Anyway, had a reminder. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but on Black Friday, when my sister and I were out shopping windshield wipers in the middle of the night, he was at our house with my husband ransacking my purse collection, and he found the nice card that Leanne sent me, and he read it, and inside it said, "Keep on making videos." And so when I got home at the crack of dawn, they were still up and, in rare form, and he said, I read a card up there from somebody, and in it said, "Keep on making videos." What does that mean? Are you making videos? And I could have lied and said no, but he read it. He read it with his own eyes. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not the type to lie. So I kind of, sidestepped it a little bit and changed the subject because I didn't want my husband to know, and he was there, and I didn't want him to dig. And I just said, yeah, I kind of make, videos about purses and whatever. And he asked me my YouTube name, and I didn't want to give it to him because I didn't want him to see I didn't want him to see them, and I didn't want my husband to see them. So I said, I'm not telling you my YouTube name. And he said, okay. So the subject was dropped. Well, when I went to visit them over New Year's and New Year's Eve, we were all having a good old time, standing around the island, having our hors d'oeuvres and drinks like most people do when they're at a party, stand in the kitchen around the island. And he decides to blurt out, hey, Ivana makes YouTube videos. So, thank you, pest. And so, next thing I know, my videos are up on, everybody's device. And what can I do at that point but just sit there and say, oh, well, I guess I've been discovered. And now all I'm thinking is, now every time I make a video, I'm going to have to make it in a context that everyone's going to see, which I really didn't prefer. I would have preferred to have been my real self around all of my Dooney friends out there that I've connected with. And you know what? I might just have to say, I really don't care. I'm going to be myself anyway, and if they see it, they see it. Let them laugh at me, They're going to laugh at me because this is really out of character for me to do something like this, because I really do keep to myself most of the time, and I'm just not really an outgoing person. So, yeah. It is what it is, I guess. And so, for the rest of the weekend, my husband was calling me the Junior YouTube Sensation. That is my new nickname. And so, I told him, I said, on the way home when we were finally alone, driving home on the road, I said, I really didn't want anybody to know. I really wanted these videos to remain anonymous and to be private. And he kind of just laughed and said, so you put them on YouTube for the whole world to see? Well, yeah, the whole world, but not you guys. So, isn't that kind of funny? Oh my God, this place is a madhouse. I'm going to Menards because my next door neighbor, who's elderly, called me and asked me if I was going to the store today, and asked me if I could pick him up some salt for the sidewalk, because it is snowing and it's icy, and we are supposed to get below 0 temperatures overnight tonight into tomorrow. So here I am going to Menards to get some salt, and I'm sure everybody else is here to get salt and snow blowers and things like that, because this is probably our first real snow. So I am going to go inside and take care of that, and I will continue this later. Bye, guys. Okay, I got that done. 2 50-pound bags of ice melt that I lugged into the cart and out of the cart into my trunk. That was harder. Hubby better be up when I get home so he can take care of it. Oh, it is a mess out here today, guys. Finally, some snow. Just in time for the guys to go back to school. And luckily, the one got to go snowboarding up in the UP because they had 2 feet of snow up there. And he had a good time, other than getting sick. So that was fun for him. The other one went to Florida to visit his friend, and he was there for from Christmas Day until last night. I picked him up from the airport at 12:07. Yes, midnight. Everyone was afraid I was going to fall asleep and not hear his text. And they were partially right. I was dozing off on the couch, sitting up doing Sudoku a little before midnight, but just in a state where I could still, hear everything, and I heard his text. And I only live about 5 minutes from the airport, so I just hopped in the car and drove over there to their arrivals and swooped him up and got him home. Yeah. He went to Boca and the Keys for a night and to Miami for a couple nights, and the rest of the time he stayed in Boca, which is where his friend lives now. Good friend of the family that he grew up with moved out there in June, so he visited him for the first time since then, other than Skyping every day. And a couple of his friends, not my sons, but his friends from his old neighborhood were out there as well, and so they all hung out together, and they did things like they tried surfing and wakeboarding, and they rented some wave runners. And not a good story I heard about trying to jump a wave and then flying 40 feet or 50 feet off of the wave runner and then being out 2 miles into the ocean 50 feet away from the machine, and then frantically swimming to try to catch it. That kind of stuff, I mean, what are they thinking? The other one's up north doing, 360s off of a jump on a ski hill, and, I guess that's what they do. They're boys. They've been doing it for years. Another funny thing, at my son's hockey game today, his girlfriend is coming to the games. I haven't met her yet. But I see her sitting in the stands, and it's kind of cute. But it's a new thing for me because, let's see, they have been playing hockey for, what would that be, like 13 years now I've been going to their hockey games, and just, mom and dad sitting in the stands, and now there's a girlfriend sitting in the stands, and it's kind of cute. But it took a long time, and I'm glad. Sorry guys, just trying to adjust. Talk to the hand. No, don't talk to the hand. Anyway, that's kind of a new thing I'm dealing with, and it's different. It's definitely different, but so far so good. And she's cute. They make a cute couple. All that matters is that she's kind to him and he's kind to her, and that's all that matters. It's all that matters is that you click and you are kind to each other. So I'm behind a tow truck with a car that's on there half slanted, so I better get out from behind him, or else I might end up underneath that car at some point. And there is a lot of traffic. Yeah. I don't know if I can show you this. Can you see that snow out the window? Yeah, so I don't really have much to say today. I don't know. I'm glad to have my boys back. We have one day together, and I picked up the other one yesterday morning after I got back from Indiana. But he's been sick. He didn't even go to the hockey game today. He didn't play. And so we just kind of hung out at home, and that's what we've been doing. What the heck was that? Windshield wipers. But sometimes they're loud like that. My goodness. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, I am just on my way back home from the hockey game, and I don't have anything else to do today. I can just bum around and, make lunches and get everything back ready for tomorrow, going back to real life after being off for 2 weeks and doing basically anything I wanted, waking up when I wanted, going to bed when I wanted. It's going to be hard. It's going to be, oh my God. And then I realized yesterday afternoon that I have a doctor appointment at 9:45 tomorrow. So finally, first day back at work after being off for 2 weeks, and I didn't know I had a doctor appointment. Thank God I looked at my calendar. So I had to, after you, I had to email my boss and tell her that I'm going to be late. And it's pretty far away. It's like 45 minutes away. It's this natural holistic doctor that I go to, and he checks my vitamins that I'm taking and all that stuff with this, I forget what it's called, it's this electro something machine, and it tests your body's I don't know, I should maybe do a little research before I start talking about this, and then I can tell you about it. But it's really, really cool. And that's when I found out I was my body did not take kindly to wheat or dairy, and I went off of wheat and dairy for a while, and I lost about 15 pounds, and I felt great, and my body changed, and it was great, but it was very difficult. Once I got into the routine, it was okay. I have totally fallen off the wagon, and I probably have gained 20 pounds over this 2-week vacation because I've been eating anything and everything, and my mom's been cooking for me because we've been spending a lot of time with her. She's been cooking for all of us, really. When she's around, we turn back into kids, and she just does everything for us, and we tell her no, and she does it anyway, so, what are we going to do? But she is the best cook, and it's the stuff that I ate when I was a kid, and you just eat it, and eat it, and eat. So, last night I said, what the heck is going on? I am gaining weight so fast. I mean, I've eaten whatever I wanted before and not gained like this. Of course, I probably haven't been doing all the exercising I should be, but really, it has not come on this fast and slip up. And I mean, my pants are tight in places that haven't been tight before. My thighs, and then my midsection is getting so heavy, and when I'm sitting down, it's hard to breathe because my belly is so big. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I said to myself, what have I changed recently, and what might be different? Okay, I know I'm on the brink of the change, but I don't think it's happening yet. The doctor said he didn't think yet. So I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I started taking atorvastatin, which is a generic of Lipitor, which is cholesterol medication. And I said, sometimes certain medications can make you gain weight. So I asked my husband last night, do statins make you gain weight? He's like, well, I don't know, because he's taking them too. And he said, I don't know, he Googles it really quickly. And yeah, it's a side effect. Weight gain. I can't win. I'm battling this freaking weight, and then I find out that because of the statin, I'm just gonna freely gain it like that, and I'm just not ready for yet another struggle with this. And this is I feel like this is, on the verge of being uncontrollable at this point, and it's really kind of, bringing me down a little bit. But on Monday when I go to the holistic doctor, I'm going to take the statin, and I'm going to take it, and he can put it on his little machine there where he can measure if it agrees with my system, and I'm just interested to see. And then I have to make an appointment with my doctor and talk to her about if I really, if she's going to test do a blood test and see if it's helping my cholesterol, and a liver function test to make sure it's not damaging anything. And I'm going to talk to her about maybe trying if it will work for me, and what my issue is, red yeast rice, because that is a it's a herb or a vitamin. It's an herb that is supposed to have a similar effect to statin medications, and I believe there's a similar compound in there that is in one of the statin medications. You can also still have side effects from it, but I think it says they're more mild, and I've had other side effects from the statin. After reading last night what all the side effects are, I have experienced quite a few of the side effects, and it's been on and off, so it's like I'm not really noticing that that's a side effect of the statin. I'm thinking, oh, do I have a little touch of this or a little touch of that, you know? Maybe I'm sick and stuff like that, but now that I read it, I see that I'm having some side effects. So I'm gonna make an appointment sooner than later, and I'm gonna, you know, have her test things, and I'm gonna see if I can maybe try red yeast rice. I don't know. I don't want to have these side effects, guys. I really don't. And you know, some of them are life-threatening. The muscle pain that you can get from them, it says it can be life-threatening because it causes this muscular disease, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce it now because my husband couldn't even pronounce it. He was phonetically trying to pronounce it, and he's a wordsmith. So, yeah, I'm going to see how that goes. And so, I don't know. That was kind of getting me a little bit down last night. So, anyway, the trials and tribulations of being in your 40s and having hereditary high cholesterol. I need to eat better anyway. I really do. I think I might have been a little bit falling into that, oh, I'm on medication so I don't have to watch what I eat crutch, and I don't want that to happen because that's not good overall. I've always been one to say to my husband, just because you're on medication doesn't give you the ticket to eat whatever you want, and I'm doing a little of that myself. Confession time. Anyway, on one more note, my husband quit smoking, and I'm very, very proud of him. Yes, I am. He is doing so well. He's taking Chantix. This time he followed the directions, and he was even around a smoker over the New Year holiday and when he goes to play hockey, and he has been handling it really well. And he's been coughing a lot, and he did visit his doctor, and his doctor said that is his body expelling the toxins and everything that's in his lungs from smoking, so that will eventually settle down and stop or decrease. And he's also just been feeling a little down and eating a lot and gaining a little weight too, but you know, he knows that's part of quitting smoking, and he's a little bit frustrated with it, but he also likes the fact that he doesn't smell like smoke and everything like that. So crossing my fingers this time that it works, guys, because I really like it too that he doesn't smell like smoke. And I also like that you know, that hopefully he's going to start to feel better, and he's got arthritis in his hips, and I'm going to make him sound like an old man now, but he's really not. He is right there with me here in middle age, and he just has played a lot of sports in his life, and it just ended up damaging stuff in his hips and his labrum, so he's had hip surgery. And he's got arthritic hips, you know, because of that too, I guess, or whatever else reason, just hereditary maybe, I don't know. And so I'm just hoping that, you know, all of this and maybe a combination of a little healthier eating maybe will, you know, help the overall inflammation in his body that maybe causes some of the aches and pains that he has. And, you know, just hoping, because it's no fun for him. And he still plays hockey a lot, and he battles that, you know, the aches and pains, and fighting that, and fighting, you know, the fact of maybe not being able to play because of the aches and pains at some point, and he really doesn't want to face that, because without hockey in his life, for him, there just seems to be no life. Yeah, so I am almost home. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Me and my windshield wipers are almost home. And so on that note, I just wanted to say, have a great rest of the weekend, guys. Have a wonderful Sunday and a great upcoming week. Bye, guys. Take care.